This morning we want to talk about something important that people don't talk about often enough or early enough, and that is end-of-life care. And with us this morning, first of all, from Kokua is Jeanette. Koijane, thank you very much, and Dr. Mark Kimbrell from Hospice Hawaii. Good morning. Good to have you both with us.
Good morning.
And I'm right, aren't I, that people don't talk about it early enough when dealing with a senior or loved one who is getting toward the end of life.
Absolutely, and that's at Kokua, the Hospice and Palliative Care Organization. One of the things we emphasize to people is that today is a good day to start. That it's really never too early to have discussions with loved ones about what your care wishes are, so that when the time comes, not only are you're making decisions for other people, and you know that your loved ones can make those decisions. So
this includes everything from medical directives to who you want there at the end, all those things.
That's right. We usually encourage people to complete what's called an advance directive. So think about this, what they call advanced care planning, and that will go through what your wishes are for the care at the end of life, and very importantly, appoint somebody or several people who could be making decisions for you if you can't make those decisions. So in my family, when my mother got ill, I, as the eldest daughter, was called upon to make decisions and also to help our family come to some conclusions, and it was really so helpful to know that I was speaking with my mother's voice and that we were making decisions that were in keeping with her wishes. And I can only encourage families to do that so that you don't have that stress at the end of life.
So there's an understanding. Part of the end of life, whether it be terminal disease or just plain aging, has to do with some pain, some physical pain.
Yes.
And families kind of have to understand what the senior, what the loved one wants in that regard. Am I right, Dr. Kimbrell?
Yes, and that's part of the discussion that you need to have with the family member, to determine what they want at the end of life. We provide all sorts of services at Hospice Hawaii, including pain management. Symptom management at the end of life is very important, and we don't want any obstacles to that if we can help it.
Most people, well, I shouldn't say most people, we hear by the studies that a great number of people prefer to age in place in their home. And do you find that to be the case as well when it comes to end of life?
Yes, most of our patients are in their own homes at the end of life, being cared for by their families or other caregivers. They really prefer to be at home in their familiar surroundings, yes.
And does Hospice Hawaii provide in-home hospice care?
Yes, the majority of our patients are at home.
What would that involve?
It would involve patients with their own families, taking care of them at home, with the assistance of our staff, multidisciplinary staff that might include RNs, home health aides, art therapists, chaplain, a whole variety of disciplines to assist them with symptom management, with spiritual healing, with solving maybe even family issues that have been there for a long time.
Kokua is a statewide organization.
That's right.
It's been around for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that there are different needs culturally, ethnically, among the different people when it comes to end of life?
You know, as you said, Kokua is the statewide hospice and palliative care organization, and we have then, so we're an umbrella organization for all of the hospices and people that provide palliative care. And we do try to offer, resources to the public as well as to professionals. My experience is that all human beings really want their loved ones to be cared for at the end of life. Sure, there are sometimes differences, but when it comes down to it, I really think that, people are people, and that there's some very fundamental human issues that need to be covered. So, those are, sometimes there's interesting things that come up, but I think that, when it comes down to it, we all love, the people that we love. We want to care for them. We want to see that their pain is managed, that they're cared for well, and, that's really what we try to do.
All right, Jeanette, Dr. Kimbrell, thank you very much. I want to point out, I've been holding these. We have tons of information here available through Kokua, and Hospice Hawaii also will feature them on our website so that people can get in touch with you. Thanks to both of you for being here, and
Thank you.
And keep up the good work.
My pleasure. Thank you.